What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let It Out. My name's Shantonia, and sometimes people like to call me Tony. Let's just get right into it, okay? It's been a minute since I've talked to you guys. Number one change in my life, you can see me now. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that just dandy? I have a fear right now, currently, as we're sitting here, that this camera is not recording. Rightfully so. I mean, I'm the only one inside of my apartment. So I can't check as I'm speaking to you. What I don't want to happen is me be 30 some odd minutes into the podcast and nothing was recorded. Maybe I'll just jinx myself on that one, but we're going to roll with it. Yeah, like I said, the newest addition is the fact that you can see me right now. Kind of weird. Now, I don't feel like that I'm just speaking. I feel like there's an actual audience with me. So just bear with me if I sound like I'm having a stroke. That is why. First thing I want to talk about today, for the past 4 days, I've had this lump on the side of my neck, kind of in the middle of my trachea. Trachea's in the middle, whatever, jugular on the side. It's like right in the middle, more so on my jugular, right? I'm kind of hypochondriac, okay? So, given my occupation currently and the fact of me being a hypochondriac, I immediately assumed that I was dying. I assumed that it was a blood clot or cancer. Okay? I also have anxiety. These are not good combinations given my mental history, okay? Like I said, I found the lump like 4 days ago. I told my father, I was like, if it is still there by next week and it still hurts, I'm going to go to the doctor. It could be a multitude of those things. I pray to God, my Lord, heaven above, that it is not. But it's definitely something that's been on my mind recently, that it could be one of those things. It also could be the fact that the weather's picking up, and there's pollen on every square foot of the face of the earth right now. My allergies are also terrible, but I haven't really had too much of a stuffy nose. It's just a lump, okay? Could be a lymph node. Who knows? Mentally, that's what's one thing that's really been on my mind that's been irking the piss out of me, is the fact that I think that I'm dying. Again, we're going to pray that it's not either of those things. But besides the fact that I think that I'm dying slowly due to whatever this abnormal lump is on the side of my neck. Also, let me just clear the air. One, my AC will turn on randomly because that's what the AC units do. Two, I live in a loft apartment. So if you hear any random ass noises or screams, just know that I have loud neighbors and they're obnoxious. Sorry, they are. If you are one of those people that live in an apartment complex and you just have no consideration for other people, if you're on the third floor, right, and you have no consideration for other people, go to hell. Straight first class ticket is where you should go. Straight to hell. People have to sleep. People go to work. If it's the weekend, cool. I could understand. Right now it's about 11:45 at night. I shouldn't be able to hear every piece of your conversation. That just shouldn't be a thing. I digress. I was talking to my dad the other day, and I've talked to my friends about this as well. I was like, I think I have ADHD. Like, I think that that's something that I need to go get checked out for. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that I have it too. And I was like, have you ever been tested for it, or are we just self-diagnosing together, you know? And he's like, no, I think that I have it. I've never been tested. I was like, okay, cool. So that's what self-diagnosing means. Nevertheless, I think two things are possible. Either I have had ADHD for all of these years and just have not been tested for it, or if it's possible for trauma, for a side effect of trauma to be ADH. Why did I say it like I was Australian? ADH. If the side effects of trauma could be ADHD like symptoms. Okay, if you are a doctor, which if you are, well, I don't know why the fuck you're watching this, but I'm glad to have you. Okay, let me just say that. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're in the medical field, ears up. I need them perked. I need answers to why these things are happening in my brain the way that they are. Okay, and I refuse to go to the doctor about it. So you guys are the next best thing. Okay. ADHD. I mean, look at what's going on to me right now. I can't formulate a sentence. On top of the fact that these motherfuckers here are screaming. I also simultaneously wonder if I'm also being as loud as them right now. Like if the walls are just that thin. I know that they are thin, but like I can hear how many people are in the apartment. They're playing fucking Jenga or something. Like every bit, every step. Someone just poured a Diet Dr. Pepper, and I heard it. That's how thin these walls are and how loud and inconsiderate they are being, okay? I was talking to my father. I was letting him know that I had ADHD, whatever. And I was explaining some of the things that I do that make me think I have ADHD. Other than the fact of, procrastinating is a big thing for me. There's some things that I do that I just find very weird, other than the fact of, having trouble cleaning. Like, I'm sure everybody has heard this. You start in the kitchen, you're like, shit, there's a lot of fucking dishes in here. I need to clean. Boom. Start cleaning the dishes. You're like, oh, I need a dish. I need a pod for my dishwasher. Let me go in the laundry room. Looking for the pods, whatever. Oh, shit, I forgot to take my clothes out of the dryer. I need to fold them. I need to put them up, be a responsible adult, and fucking fold my clothes. Boom. Then you start. Didn't grab the dish pod. Okay. You start grabbing all these clothes out of the dryer. You take them into your room. You start to fold your clothes. Meanwhile, you left the sink running. You left the sink. You left the sink running. Okay. 5 minutes into folding your clothes. Damn, I'm thirsty. What time is it? Okay. 12:05. I haven't eaten today. Nah, I have clothes I have to do. What is that noise that I keep hearing? The sink that you left on. Like that type of shit. But something that I also noticed, and it's not all of the time. Maybe it is. Say I have a bag of chips, right? Or fries. Something with assorted sizes. Okay? I noticed I was at work the other day. I was eating a burger. I had got me some Doritos. Not that the brand is specific, but I just did. Okay? Got some chips. I ruffle through the bag. I ruffle through the bag to find the smallest chip, and I go up from there. I find the smallest chips, and I eat them first to leave the big ones for last. I'll open the bag, push the big ones to the side. Oh, I don't want that. It's too big. Ooh, that has a lot of flavor on it. Can't eat that one first. The bottom morsel of the bag, I'll get the smallest fucking chip and eat them smallest to biggest. Now, in my mind, this would be If a normal person saw a child doing this, an adult saw a child doing this, they would think the kid needs, psychological evaluation. And that's why we're here talking about it. Because, therapy only works so much. Therapy doesn't really give you answers, in my opinion. Therapy's great, but why? Why do I pull out every small chip and eat it first? I don't, and it's definitely not OCD. Well, can you have OCD and not have an issue with like arranging things? Not to be offensive or partial, but I'm not like a numbers person. Clearly don't have an obsession with cleaning. I do, however, it's another fucking weird thing that I do. Prime example, Mexican restaurant, okay? Queso. When you get, 99% of the time when you go get food, takeout specifically, from a restaurant, in this case it is Mexican, they'll stack the plates up on top of each other. Right? Sometimes you'll have waiters, waitresses that put any sauces, any spillables, I will call, any spillables on top of all of the boxes and tie the bow so tight to where the queso, the salsa, whatever it is, the spillables will not spill. They will not move. I could marry those people, okay? I cannot, I want to evaporate off the face of the earth. When I go to a place and I order takeout, and the little boxes are stacked up, and I'm looking for the queso, I'm twisting the bag around, and the sauces are on the fucking the side of the side of the bag, the side of the container, the sour cream, the Chipotle is a big fucking example. Anytime you get a burrito, whatever the fuck you get, most of the time for me it's a burrito. I get my large long dong schlong burrito, okay? Then they give me a cup of queso. I swear to God, they just Michael Jordan it into the bag. Just leave it there. Steph Curry, throw it straight into the bag without any consideration of where the top is, where the bottom is, if it's sideways, if the heavy ass 4-pound fucking burrito is sitting on top of the little queso container, they don't care. It will send me into oblivion if my sauces have the potential to spill. Anytime, Chipotle, any takeout food that I get, that's about it. Any place that has spillables, that puts their food in a bag. Anytime I go get food from there, the first thing I do, before I even grab the toothpicks when I leave, before I fucking pay, the first thing that I do is open up the bag, find the sauces, the spillables, and I hold them. I refuse to have it loosely, because in my mind, you have sauces and shit loosely running around in this bag. It has a top on it. It's gonna fucking open up somehow. By the grace of Saruman, it's gonna open up and it's going to fucking spill. And then then the queso's all at the bottom and the sides of the plastic bag, and you're trying to pick up your to-go plate, and there's queso on your phalanges. No one wants that. That's fucking annoying. I'll throw the whole goddamn plate away. I really will. And I put that little cork that I have, I put that aside with the smallest to biggest chip and fry issue. I just shove it to the side. Other than that, I feel like I'm could be classified as a regular person. depending on who you ask, I guess. But those, I just don't. It gives me the best way that I guess I could try to describe it. I don't have these things. I have a fear of spiders and snakes, but people that have mesophonia, trypophobia, Aquaman, Honoriophobia, whatever. People that have those icks, I would say. The feeling that I've been told, my brother has trypophobia. The feeling that he says it makes his skin crawl and it makes him itch. When I see a sauce container, spillables on the side of a bag, I instantly could vomit, and it makes me want to unzip my skin and step out it. Like I don't know why. I don't know why. I would like to say that this is diagnosable. You know, someone, if you know why this is a thing, why I feel this way, let me know, because I don't see a reason. I don't see a reason for it. And it could be ADHD. That could be ADHD. It could be OCD. I haven't done enough research or cared enough to do enough research to try to figure out what it is. Also, because I feel like I would get grossly pissed off if there wasn't an answer on the internet. Because the internet can tell you just about anything. And you can't tell me why I want to unzip my skin as if I'm a skinwalker when I see my spillables on the side of my bag. Kind of fucked up. So I haven't even tried to chat GBT or anything about it. Obviously, I'm not a millionaire, right? But something that doesn't... in the world of being logical, right? Exclude all, like, intelligent people in the world. Money. Money does not make sense to me. Specifically, how is it possible to be in debt, like the U.S.? I'm not fact-checking any of these. I'm just talking out of the side of my neck that hurts also. So feel free to comment on this episode below and just let me have it. Please correct me, educate me. Clearly, I'm an ignorant person. We're off the dome, okay? Do not crucify me. How is it possible for the U.S. to be in debt? Number one, if we print money, and change. Like, everyone knows what this is, okay? This, first of all, it's gonna get me in my rant bag. I hope you're fucking ready. This, okay? Are we all on the same page? Are we all on the same page about that, though? Seriously? This is a piece of paper. This is a piece of paper that obviously, throughout the evolution of humans, we have made and deemed important. Truthfully, if the world were to end tomorrow, okay, shit was to pop off, blackout happened, right? This would not do a fucking thing for you. It's a piece of paper. We have given it the power. It is literally a piece of paper with numbers on it. Makes no sense. Okay. Change. This is going to sound so stupid, but it frequents my mind. I shit you not, at least once a week. If I go to the store and I bought a piece of candy, a bag of chips, okay? Bought a bag of chips. Inflation's a bitch. Bag of chips is $5. Cool. Boom, bam. $5 even. And I hand the cashier a 20. He gives me back change, he or she. They, them, and anybody else in between. I apologize. They hand me $15 back. Okay? I've made my purchase. You cannot tell me that someone did not walk away being cheated. I get the exchange of goods. 100% I get that. I absolutely understand that, okay? Contrary to popular belief, I'm not that stupid. So I get the exchange of goods. But it just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense to me. I bought something for $5 with a piece of paper that really doesn't have any value if the government says it doesn't. And then I give you that piece of paper. You give me less amount of the initial piece of paper that I handed you, and you walk away with more money in the transaction. That wasn't a good way of explaining it. Okay, follow with me. Let me land. I would rather hand you a 5. I would rather give you exact change. Exact change to the T to purchase something. And I understand that that's not possible, like really ever in any scenario. But what I bought from you was only $5. To me, it just seems like I'm giving away free money. I don't understand it. I understand it, I don't like it, and I do not agree with it. My opinion doesn't matter that much, which is why I've made this fucking podcast. But it doesn't make any sense. The item was only $5. The bag of chips was only $5. You handed me 15. I walked away with an item. An item, okay? No monetary value. You walked away with more money. Better example, I mean, the price difference is the only thing that changes in this scenario. But yeah, buying a bottle of fucking Patron for $80, you hand somebody $100. The bottle of Patron was only fucking $80, and this person walked away with 20 more. Like, I don't understand. I get the exchange portion of it. Logically, for talking numbers here, actual numbers, not paper, doesn't quite fucking make sense to me. Just saying. My dad doesn't agree with me. My mother used to be a bank teller, so she damn sure doesn't agree with me. But I just need somebody to understand that I'm just a girl and the math is not adding up. And it is quite literally girl math. So maybe that's why it's not adding up. Who knows? Who fucking knows? I was watching a YouTube channel called Rhett and Link. Or I believe it's called Wonderhole. I am a deep fan, okay? Just cannot remember currently at this time. My memory is shit. They were doing whatever the fuck they were doing, and Rhett, the taller one, if you guys know Rhett and Link, then you'll understand. But the taller one was doing some action. He was running, trying to catch a fog into his mouth. And Link didn't like the way that he was running. And he said, don't put your neck out like that. It's unbecoming. And I was like, the fuck does that mean? It's unbecoming of what? What would it become to? Like, I don't get the phrasing. It's unbecoming. Or some people say it's not becoming. I don't get it. It's not becoming of what? Like your figure, how you look. It's not flattering, aka I don't understand. It really threw me for a loop. I was like, it's unbecoming to who? What would it turn into? What would it become? I'm confused. Another phrase. Oh my God, what is it? Another phrase that fucking pisses me off to no no fucking end. When someone's telling a story. No, that's what I was saying. And Claire said this, and I was taken aback. Taken aback to where? The future. What is taken aback? What's taken aback? I was taken back. I was taken back, is what it's called. The preferred terminology. I was taken back. You're not taken aback to anybody, to anywhere. Makes no fucking sense. I don't care. I don't care what what the thesaurus says. I don't care what the fuck is that called? Encyclopedia, but thesaurus. Thesaurus. Encyclopedia is the word that I was looking for. A thesaurus, is that what? Dictionary, encyclopedia, thesaurus. Is that a fucking dinosaur? Hold up, where's my phone? What is a thesaurus? A thesaurus is a reference book or digital tool that lists synonyms and sometimes antonyms for words. Essentially, it's a dictionary of words with similar meanings. That's not what I was looking for at all. A purpose of a thesaurus is fuck it. I don't have a lisp, so I don't know what's going on. I've collected myself. Thesauruses are useful I might need to call the authorities. Thesauruses are useful for avoiding repetition and finding more precise language and expanding vocabulary. Okay? That's not at all what I was looking for. And I've quite literally lost my train of thought with that whole ordeal. What the fuck was I saying? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was talking about the phrase taken aback. Yeah, it just doesn't quite make any sense. Or when people say alls and instead of all you have to do, alls you got to do. That's mostly a southern thing, but makes no sense. If you hear this constant buzzing, and I'm saying this because it's pissing me off, it's my refrigerator making ice that I do not use maybe 300 out of 365 days of the year. That's another thing. The calendar, I don't really think it makes much sense. This has been cricked the whole time. That's been cricked the whole time and nobody fucking told me. How rude of you. Next time somebody says something, I'm gonna say, where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you taking it back to? You know what I mean? Like, why? Taken back. No need for the A. Get rid of it. I work in a field where I come in contact with a lot of people all the time, 24/7. Anytime I'm on the clock, I'm talking to someone. I have become an introvert naturally. Like, not necessarily introverted, but if there's an option between being around a crowd of people and solitude, I will most likely choose solitude, depending on the mood that I'm in, because I think it's simply because it's like taking a road trip by yourself. You don't have to ask anybody when to use the bathroom. You don't have to be considerate about someone else. And that kind of sounds like a shitbag move, but hear me out. Yeah, you don't have to ask anybody to use the bathroom. You don't have to ask what snacks they want. You don't have to consider someone else all the time, constantly. And I feel like that's the beauty of being single also, is that it's not that I don't want to consider my partner or this person. It's just a lot of work. Anybody that doesn't think a relationship is a 24/7 job, you're wrong. Okay, I'm not saying that you have to tend to this person because you are responsible for your own emotions, all that good jazz. You are you, and nobody can control you. As pissed off as that may make you hearing that, no one can really make you do anything, make you feel a certain way. And that solitude is okay. Like, being fucking alone is okay. I find that is one of the best times to figure out who the you are, what you like, and shit you want to do, shit you don't want to do. Like, it teaches, to me, it teaches you a lot about yourself and what you're capable of when you don't have somebody there with you. I don't know, it's taught me a lot. It left me in a weird spot also because throughout this process of healing, and healing is a bitch, okay? Healing will humble you quick. So I'm in therapy, right? For reasons that we've discussed and reasons that I will not discuss. The main reason that I will discuss is because therapy is healthy. It is. I used to think that therapy was a sign of weakness and there's no need for me to talk to anybody because it's not going to help. In some situations, that may be true. You are the only person that can solve your problems. You're the only person, to a certain extent, that can make you feel a certain way. Ultimately, though, when it comes to the problems that you have, be that mentally or something else, you are the only person that can help you. You're the only person that can help you. And in my mind, there is nobody. People care, right? People do care. In my mind, though, when I mean care, I think of the extreme of caring, right? Like, drop literally everything, 4 a.m, wake up, I need you, I'm having a mental breakdown, come to my house. Like, I have a select few people in my life that would do that for me. And that's what I mean by care. So people do care, but in reality, as humans, only to a certain extent. People can only help you to a certain extent. So I was talking to my therapist about it, and I was like, she's like, I don't really feel that you're engaged with me. I said, it's not that I'm not engaged. It's just, I'm not to toot my horn, but I feel like I'm pretty self-aware, like in life and with the things that I deal with, the people that I deal with. I feel like I'm very self-aware to a point where you're not really needed, sis. I'm joking, partly. Not that my therapist isn't needed because qualifications, but truth, I just spit. Truth is, I can tell you about my issues all day long. You can write on your notepad all day long. You can prescribe me whatever you want to all day long. At the end of the day, only I know what's going on inside of my head. Only I can do the work to try and fix it. So back to what I said earlier, therapy doesn't really solve your problems, in my opinion. It helps you pull them out of yourself, yes. And also it does help to get out some of the things that you're feeling in your head. Some of the things that you are thinking about in your head or feeling. inside. Therapy can do that for you. But I was letting her know, I was like, it's not that I'm not engaged. It's not that I don't care. It's not that I don't want to be here. It's just, I kind of feel like my work is done here. Not that I'm done being therapized, but sis, there's not really much for me to tell you that you can give me guidance on. Like, I've kind of laid it all out, and I've taken my steps little by little, and they've helped. Therapy has helped a lot, but like, I feel like being so self-aware is a good thing, but it can also be a bad thing. For example, I was letting her know after this past breakup that I think I have attachment issues. And she's like, well, why do you think that you have attachment issues? And I was like, well, I had a great childhood, great parents. But there were certain aspects of my life that I felt like I was left out of, speaking my mind being one of them. And then when my mind was spoken, a negative reaction being the result. And she was like, well, yeah, that could cause some attachment or detachment issues. And I said, I know. That's why I brought it up. Like, I know, I've already played it out in my head and thought about it. So I'm not just saying it to say it. I'm saying it to, not, I guess, get confirmation on it. I don't know. Again, at this point, I'm just fucking ranting. But I had the opportunity to go out on a date with a lovely lady. Timeline doesn't matter, but maybe 2 weeks ago. A feminine woman, obviously. And she was like, I really don't want to take my trash out. That's a mask task. And I said, what the hell is that? Now, I'm not old. At least I don't think so. I'm not old, mid-20s. But I am not in the loop of everything outside of these four walls, okay? I'm in my quadrant. I am thinking about my life. Also realized that Sonder is something that I deal with. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Yeah, I'm worried about me and only me, selfishly, to improve in life, to a certain extent, right? Outside of my circle and everything. But yeah, she's like, that's a mask task. So what the fuck is that? What does that mean? Like what men would do in a heterosexual relationship, like their duties. But since it's a loving woman relationship, what the masculine partner would do. Fixing cars, changing oil, cutting the grass, changing a tire, taking out the trash, walking the dogs maybe, fixing leaks, uncluttering the gutters, shit like that. I was like, where TikTok? I have not been on TikTok in almost a year and a half. That lets you know how out of touch I am with this world. I don't know what Sigma is. I don't know what Skibbity is. Let's just let that fucking sink in for a second. Like, we are doomed as a society, as a nation. Honestly, at this point in life, I would want to know what it would be like to be a Homo sapien. Not a homosexual, a Homo sapien. What would it have been like? Imagine discovering fire for the first time. Like, that would be fucking dope. Or just back in the day, back in the day only so far, because, shit's changed. I wouldn't have rights and shit. I want to know what it would be like back then, because we have fucking nothing going for us now in society. Like, not a damn thing. It is scary out here. You heard me? It's nothing to be proud of. I was talking with a coworker the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, me and my wife are going to our 40th reunion, high school reunion." And I said, "I don't think I want to go to mine. I don't think that's something that I'm interested in personally." Well, why? Well, one, half the people I went to school with are in jail. Secondly, is that a school thing? Like, is that something that the high school does and then people attend, or is that something that one person randomly is like, we should get together at the high school and have a dance, and then they coordinate with the administrators to let us get inside the gym? Like, how does that work? Unless it's like a lit ass fucking party for like all of my graduating class and like my friends and shit, I don't think I want to attend a reunion. I say all that to say, he's like, well, which reunion do you not want to choose? I said, there's fucking multiple? I know there were multiple reunions. He said, yeah, we're going to our 40th. I said, okay, do you have one every year? Is it like every 5 years, every 10? What is it? And I think it's 10, if I'm not mistaken. He was like, you want to go to your 10-year high school reunion? I said, shit, that's coming up. Not necessarily. I have 2 more years, but what the? Maybe I am old. I am definitely out of touch, but maybe I am fucking old. My dating perspectives apparently are old. I don't know what Skibbity is. NCIS is my shit. Netflix series, never watch them. My friend asked me today, have you seen the new episode of You? I looked at her and I said, no, I have not. I haven't even seen a full episode of You, okay? And I think that goes back to my ADHD thing. I can never just sit down, turn on the TV, and watch a series from start to finish. I either have to be recommended it and then started with somebody else, a friend of mine, whatever, sitting down with them and watching it, and then I'll go home and kind of pick up periodically and watch it. But I can never be like, oh, this is coming out, let me from start to finish. It will never fucking happen. I can't ever. One, because the second a character dies that I like, the show's over. I will not fucking return to that shit. I cannot. You've already killed off the person that I love. Prime example, Yellow Jackets. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's on Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, I believe. This is a lot of promo. Anyway, it's fantastic. I love it. I was at a friend's house and she was like, have you seen Yellow Jackets? I said no. And she said, well, I'm on the second season, so you want me to play it back and we can watch from the beginning? I said, no, you know me, I'm not going to finish it. So you can just start it where you are now, And she said, okay. I go to watch it. I go to eating popcorn and shit. I'm watching it 3-4 hours in. She goes to bed. I'm still up here watching it. Just fucking excited. I go home. I said, well, shit, I'm on season 3. I haven't even seen season 1. Had to go back and watch it. And it was fantastic. That is the only show that I have watched through and through multiple times from start to finish. The only show. And I love it. It's great. But you haven't seen it. Apparently got really good. And my friend was telling me about it. And I was just like, I don't have the mental capacity to turn on the TV and sit down for hours and hours and hours. First of all, it's hard to catch my attention if the plot of something doesn't look good. If there's not a lot of pictures, not a lot of colors, I'm not turning it on. I'm not watching it. You know what I mean? Anyway, before we get out of here, I wanted to ask ChatGPT some questions because apparently He's the godfather of all godfathers. People are making him out to be as if he's going to be Jesus' right-handed man when he... Right-handed. Jesus' right-hand man when he comes back for all of us. Well, not all, but... Okay. I took the liberty to download ChatGPT a week ago. I had an unknown charge on my debit card. I had to lock my debit card. It was a whole fucking ordeal. And my coworker was like, you should have a digital copy, like a digital access, basically, to your new debit card. And I was like, I don't think that that's the case. Just chatting everything up with Mr. GPT himself. And she was like, oh, I love ChatGPT. I could marry that man. I looked at her, I said, we're doomed. This is the issue. It's not a man. What are you talking about? You would marry him? And I know she was probably, for the most part, being facetious, but why? We're doomed. Anyway, it's voice mode. Okay, cool. Choose a voice.
Hello, it's lovely to meet you. If there's
Val.
Glad to meet you. I think we're going to do great work together.
Arbor.
Hey, how's it going? I'm looking forward to working together.
Spruce.
Hey, it's great to meet you. How's your day going?
Breeze. I need a woman. A sexy woman.
Hey, what's up? Feel free to ask me about anything that's on your mind. I'm ready to go.
That might do it. Her name's Soul.
Hey there. I've got a really great feeling about us teaming up. How can I jump in and help?
Juniper.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. I'm excited to help you get things done.
No, Maple.
I'm ready to hit the ground running.
Ember.
Hi there. I just want to share how
That's it?
and I can't.
It's not very inclusive.
So what's the... Hey, I'm ready.
Hi there. Nice to meet you. Hey there. I've got a really great feeling. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, Soul. Soul's my girl. Oh, is it currently going? It is.
Hey there. How's it going?
It's good, Soul. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's on your mind today?
A lot. Just the fact that I'm single.
I'm here for you. Being single can be a time of growth and self-discovery.
Hello, Soul. Oh, bitch, now you don't want to talk to me?
I'm here for you. What's on your mind?
I just want to know why I'm single.
It's completely normal to wonder about these things. Sometimes being single can give you a chance to focus on yourself and your own happiness. Do you want to talk more about what you're feeling or any experiences you've had?
Yeah, some experiences that I've had, if I could. If you have time to listen.
Of course, I'm here to listen. Feel free to share whatever you're comfortable with.
Hey, Soul, can we switch the topic?
Of course. What would you like to talk about?
So, when I eat a chip bag, when I eat chips, I eat the chips in order of the size from smallest to biggest. Is that a mental health issue?
Not at all. Eating chips in a certain order is just a personal preference or habit. People have all sorts of unique ways of doing things, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong. If it makes you happy, or it's just how you enjoy them, that's totally fine.
Is it a form of ADHD or OCD, you think?
It's normal to have certain preferences or habits, and doing things in a specific order doesn't necessarily mean you have ADHD or OCD. Many people have their own routines or ways they like to do things. If you ever feel concerned about your habits or if they impact your daily life, talking to a professional can be helpful. But if it's just a fun way you enjoy your chips, that's perfectly okay.
See, but I told my therapist that I was too self-aware, and I feel like that kind of makes therapy not fun, because I already know my problems and I know how to fix them. It's just taking the steps to fix them.
It's great that you're self-aware and have insights into your own experiences. Therapy can be a space to explore those feelings more deeply and find ways to move forward. Sometimes, just having someone to talk to can make a big difference. It's okay to take small steps and give yourself grace along the way. Is there anything specific you'd like to work on or talk about in therapy?
Yes, but unfortunately, you're not my therapist, so I don't think that I should share those things with you.
I completely understand. I'm here to support you in any way you need. If there's anything else you'd like to talk about, or if you just need someone to listen, I'm here for you.
As far as things that I need, I do need $1 million. That would make all of my issues, mentally or otherwise, go away.
That would be amazing, right? It's normal to wish for things that could make life easier. While I can't provide that, I'm here to help with support, ideas, or just to chat whenever you need.
Wait. If you can't provide that, then why would you ask me and tell me that you're here for me and anything that I needed, you would provide?
I'm here to offer support and listen to you. While I can't provide everything, I want to be a source of comfort and help in any way I can. Whether it's talking about your day, sharing ideas, or just being a friendly presence, I'm here for you.
I have enough friends. I need money.
I understand that financial concerns can be really stressful. While I can't provide monetary support,
Are you calling me? Wait. Are you calling me broke?
not at all. I'm here to support you in any way I can. If there's
Okay.
anything else,
If you're here to support me any way you can, I need money.
I understand that financial challenges can be tough. While I can't provide financial assistance,
Now you're pocket watching me. Okay. I think as helpful as you have not been, this conversation is over. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry to hear that you're feeling this way. I'm here if you ever want to talk or need someone to listen. Take care.
What type of half-ass apology was that? That's how people are. That's how ugh. You ever had a half-ass apology like that? I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. I've done that to piss people off. That's how you really get under their skin. But it's a true statement though. Because again, nobody can really make you feel a certain way. But yeah, I'm sorry that you're feeling that right now. I'm sorry that this is the emotion that you're choosing to have. Yeah, she wasn't very helpful. That's all. I think that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in with me. Give it a like, share, comment. This is also going up on YouTube. My YouTube channel is also People Call Me Tony. Really, that's all of my social media names. So you can give me a follow on Snapchat, Instagram, and then I have my podcast. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can get podcasts. I will see you guys next week. Don't forget to drop some topics down about what you want me to talk about. And I will see you guys next week. Peace.